Welcome to Outing Journal. This is my beloved Olympus E-M5 III. This have a face detection on. Again, I own the Panasonic S5 full frame, but this have a face detection on, so the autofocus is way better. I bump up the tracking and sensitivity, all of the autofocus speed to maximum. And this is the Audio Technica 8911, which is a stereo microphone I'm using. I love the tiltable microphone, which do not take any space. I do not like Rode Video Micro, anything like that, which is quite bulky, even the Rode Video Micro, and I do not see any improvement. Personally, I prefer a mono microphone over a stereo unless I really want to capture the background environment. So let me just, I love this 12mm to 32 over the Olympus 14 to 42 just for the video. I'm going to get much wider. Remember one thing, when I'm using the 12mm, I'm going to use with IBIS, and later I'm going to test with the electronic stabilization with 1.19 crop. It will turn around. So if you turn on the 1.19 electronic stabilization, the reason you turn on to fix the background warping, but it will give you around 14.28. so when I'm using this 7mm with electronic stabilization, it becomes 9mm. My Panasonic 7 to 14 f4. The reason I have to use electron stabilization is the background warping is very bad. I really have to turn the electronic stabilization, but I think so I can get away with the 12mm with IBIS. So let me just rotate the lens. Here you go, already rotate the lens. So now let's get started with the test. So I said to myself before going to my workplace, why not take out my marks and then do some more tests. Again, my entire reasoning to do this test with the Olympus E-M5 III is the amazing compact size, better sealing, and with face detection on. I already on the Panasonic S5 full frame camera with 20-60, my favorite lens of all time, but it do not have the face detection. It have the contrast. Panasonic S5 give you much better background blur at f3.5, which equal to around f1.7, 10mm on the Micro Four Third, but that is not that compact. It weight around 1 kg. This setup weight around half of it, less than 500 grams. So right now I'm still 4K DCI portrait profile, sharpness -2. The only thing I do not like about the Olympus is best for wildlife, landscape, everything, but it's not that good for portrait or human skin. I much prefer Panasonic or Fuji or even Canon and Nikon, I call it Nikon over the Olympus. Olympus is not that good for portrait. I know some people do portrait photography, but they use very sharp lens. They use f1.2 lens for such photography. In my opinion, again, it's not that sharp. Again, I'm holding the camera from the bottom place, 12mm. I hope it's good. I don't want the background to warping behind me. I hope so, it's good. Let's hope so. Let me increase the exposure compensation to +0.7. I'm just waiting for the signal. So here the signal do not turn. I just have to, I have no idea, like this most of the side is under construction. Let me just press this one. I think good. Okay, we have to wait. Your signal is right here. Can you see? So I have to just wait. So these are my setting. Whenever I'm using the e-portrait, I have minus the sharpness to -2, contrast to +2 for most of my profile, and saturation +2 where I'm using. So let me show you again. Okay, and this is my natural profile. Let me show you the setting on natural. Okay, and natural profile is everything as stock, as you can see, nothing I have changed. Can it focus or not? Okay, and let me go to the color corrector profile, which I really love. Okay, here it is. So here is the setting for the color corrector profile. So only the thing I changed is the vividness to +2. So this is the microphone which I'm talking about. It's tiltable. So overall it's a quite great camera. So as I already shown you about this camera, I really love it. It's very compact. Now let me close this camera. Let me turn off everything. let me flip out the, let me close the screen and let me take out the lens cap. You see, here I go, here I put the camera in my belt case. Now I can easily put the microphone inside also. Okay, let me just close it. So yeah, it's closed. And now make sure to check out my outing channel, Online Travel Magazine. So this was a low light night test with 12-32mm Panasonic lens with my Olympus E-M5 Mark III. Bye.